and welcome back to the Rising channel. Thank you for subscribing, for commenting, and for liking my video all the time. I really appreciate this for all you've been doing to make this channel active, and also to be a part of this in one way or the other. And if you've not subscribed, make sure you click on the subscribe down below just before the end of this video. And so we started a topic in our previous video talking about addiction, so today we are continuing on that topic, and I have with me today a teenager who is here to shed more light and who is here to share experiences with us and what she knows about addiction. You know, the topic is addiction among teenagers, so we will be learning about addiction from the point of view of a teenager. I hope you'll be able to learn and also be able to use this to help other people who are in need of this video in one way or the other. So keep watching. I'll be right back. Thank you. Welcome back, and like I said earlier, we have a teenager here with us today who is here to shed more light on addiction among teenagers. So I hope we'll be able to sit back and learn from her in one way or the other. So we have in the building a beautiful girl. So can you introduce yourself?
Good day, viewers. My name is Adekunta Infetti. I'm here to talk about the topic addiction, mainly drug abuse. What is drug? Drug is a chemical substance used in the medical aspect in order to treat illnesses or diseases. We have two uses of drug. We have the positive uses of drug, and we have the negative uses of drug. When we have positive uses of drug, we have it is the way we use drug according to the doctor's prescription. Negative behavior are the way we use drug inappropriately that does not go according to doctor's prescription. We have two forms of drug. We have the legal drug and we have illegal drugs. Legal drugs are used to treat illnesses or disease, e.g. injection. Illegal drugs also brings us to the topic drug abuse, because it is the way people use drugs inappropriately. The way people use drugs that does not go according to the medical aspects way. You have some of the illegal drugs are the cocaine, hallucinogen, cannabis, etc. They also say the people that take drugs, I say the people that rape on the road, that stop people on the road to collect money. But wait, when they collect the money, what they use the money and do? When they don't use the money to do meaningful things to their life. We believe they are living in a poverty way, but instead they are supposed to use the money to build the nation. They are supposed to use for their better future. Instead they use and take drugs that does not drug abuse, that does not have meaningful to their life, that damage their life, that are very harmful to their life.
So that is really an enlightening explanation from a 13-year-old girl. I'm amazed. So I will be asking you some questions. So what do you think are some preventive measures that we can put in place to a way of curbing drug abuse in our society? So what are things you think can help?
I think we have to communicate people around us. We don't have to keep bad friends around us. We have to communicate people that will do something positive to our life. People that will not destroy our life quicker than the one you've been living before. People that will counsel you in a better way. People that will counsel you in a very positive way. Not bad friends that keeps you in a very wrong way, that does not go according to your head, that make you go deep into taking drug abuse. And we also have bad influence. People that take this drug, most of the time when you ask them why are you taking this drug, they tell you because of the friends around me, because of my environment. People around me are always taking the drug, so what am I? I'm only the one absent there. I'm not taking drugs, so I have to take the drug. But wait, it is very bad to your life. You seeing people around you taking drug abuse, then you have to leave the area to go to people to communicate people that will live a very positive life to you. See a counselor. Counselors, when you go to them, you tell them your problem, they help you solve them, they take you in a very right direction. See set of people that are very addicted to drug abuse, you see them that usually they have pressures from families. Pressure from families can be that the parent giving him attention, or people because parents are too busy, and so when you go around your friend is going to introduce you into something very bad. Come taking you into drug abuse, you snorting cocaine, you misusing drugs, you injecting yourself something bad to your head.
She talked about communication, and she also talked about seeing a counselor. I believe we treated this in the previous video about peer pressure, if we can really remember, or you can just go back to the previous video to be able to like have a brighter and a more expatiated view of what we are treating. So communicating with people, peer pressure is one of the causes of drug abuse in the society. Like, you want to be like your friend, you want to do the things you see people doing out there, you want to be high, you get now. I believe that's one of the things that causes drug abuse among teenagers and the youth. You just want to feel the way you feel some people are feeling, and they say, oh, this feeling is good, so you want to experience it as well. So she talked about communication. When you're in the corner of peer pressure and you feel like you are pressured to do certain things that are beyond your moral, that are outside of your moral, outside of your value, outside of what you think you should be doing, outside of what you know is right and what you know is wrong. So I feel at this point you just have to communicate with someone. Okay, I'm under pressure. There's no big deal about it. If you know that you cannot communicate with people around you, because obviously they might have their own way of saying it's not a big deal, everybody's doing it, you can do it, there's nothing bad with it. So I feel, she said, see a counselor. Like, I'm amazed that a 13-year-old girl can actually come up with the fact that if you are in that category of people, you can see a counselor. There's nothing bad in it. Okay, counselors are people that they are ready to just give you solutions to your problem. It's not like they like pressure you or press you that, okay, this is what you need to do. They guide you. Okay, they guide you with proper counsel of how to deal with situations. So I just want to shed more light on that. So I believe most of the people we see, most of the teenagers we see out there that are like addicted to drugs in one way or the other, we discover that they are mostly from broken homes, or homes where the parents are too busy, or they don't really have time for their children, they don't pay attention, homes where mommy and daddy are always fighting, or homes where the parents themselves are drug abusers. So what do you think? What can you say to parents out there in a way that, okay, our parents are like, they are like one of the major, and they play the most important role in our life. So now we are talking about, okay, these people, how they are contributing to this fact, to this problem. It's a problem. So how do you think, what do you want to say to the parents out there in a way to like curb this, in a way to like undo it, and then reduce it in the society? I believe that's the word I should use. So what do you think we can do? Some measures to the parents. So
okay, when we look at those that are addicted to drug abuse, we found out that they are either from a broken home, or parents does not give them too much of attention. When they are about to pour out their mind, their parents will tell them, I'm too busy for that. So I think parents should always give attention to their children. It's very, very important, because I don't really think a child will do without a parent. Because parent advices of time are the very good advice. When you pour out your mind to your parents of time, you feel that, God, I have a parent that can decide throw out their mind. They have more experience than you. Parents have experience, so most of the experience you receive from your childhood, you leave it to your children, so that they can at least live a positive life, so they can know that they come from a very good background. If you see parents that are taking drug abuse, that are snorting cocaine, then I don't really think the child also too wants to be like parents, because they said because they want to live like my parents are doing it, then so what's the big deal, me doing it? So I like parents to always stop doing it. Live in a very positive life, that your children will see that, God, my parents are doing a very positive life, and so I must also do it. But when they see you living a very bad way, you living a negative behavior that people in the society does not even recognize, people in the society does not accept it, they begin to follow your way, and it's either destroy their future, it's either destroy their, it's either jeopardize their destiny to do something very meaningful to the society. Because nowadays we have children that have a brighter future ahead of them, but when they see that their parents are living a very negative behavior, their parents do not pray, their parents does not give them attention, their parents are always going out in the morning, come back in the night, does not give them attention, does not even help them to cook, does not always sit down with them during their assignments. You see them that it's either their future are always jeopardized, or they don't really have attention of parents, and when they even get married, they cannot tell their children that this is what my parents are doing. And when we look at children, it's one of the important things why God created us for procreation, to create children and teach them in a way that the Lord said, you see that at least I created someone that has wisdom, that has understanding, and that has knowledge. So I play to the parents, I play the community leaders, I play to the parents to always please live a positive life for your children, so they can at least follow your ways in a very positive light, that people will begin to see that this type comes from a very good background.
According to John Locke, the mind of a child when battered into the world is a tabula rasa, meaning it is a blank slate. Meaning that when a child is battered into the world, it is what the child begins to see around that is like encrypted, that such a child begins to like write on the slate, which is the mind. So the child, like she said, the parent plays a very important role in the life of the child, a major and an important role in the life of every child. And when I talk about the parents, I'm not only mentioning the biological parents of the child, I'm talking about the community at large. I love the Yoruba tribe for something. Like a child, they say the child does not belong to the biological parents alone. The child really belongs to like everybody in the society. And I read somewhere that even when you keep like when the biological parents, when they are going out and they leave their children with like, okay, my neighbor, please, I'm coming, watch over these children for me. It's like the neighbor has the right to correct such a child, even with the absence of the parents. I don't know if you're getting it. Like, they are responsible. Everybody in the community, it's like, okay, we are responsible. When they see your child going astray, they call the child and correct the child. It's an amazing thing, and I really love it. So now, the community also has a major role to play, meaning that we are filled with parents in the community. Like, so when you see a child, even if it is not your biological child, and you see that, okay, such a child is doing something wrong, for the age, like you can call such a child, okay, in a calm way. At times, parents are like nonchalant to their children, like she mentioned. You're too busy, you don't really have time, you go to work in the morning, you come back in the night, you're only boxed up with providing for the child, which that is not really the only thing. That is important, but not the only thing you need to do as a parent. So people around sees your child. At times, your neighbors, they know your child more than you do. I don't know if you find that very funny. They know your child more than you do, and they pay attention. But sometimes these neighbors, they don't want to see anything. Maybe because you have bad relationships, or you're not the social type that really greets your neighbor and all that. But let me tell you, people in the community, they know much more, because your child can be a different person at home and a different person outside. So if you really want to learn about your child, you've got to ask some people outside. They know your child. I'm serious. They know your child. So now I'm talking the community. The community, like we can correct children. I mentioned in the previous video that if you really go out, in my area, I've been out, like I've really tried to like look at drug abuse from a different. It is parents. I'm talking about mothers that provide this drug, that sells this drug. So these people are part of the community, and when they are not doing anything to curb it, instead they are making a progress. They are like, how do I put it? They are contributing to this effect. They are contributing in destroying the life of these children. Community plays a major role. The religious body, we should not just be there for, okay, let's worship on Sunday, then we meet the next Sunday. We should be there to like be responsible, especially for teenagers. Like, I'm shocked when I see certain people, and I'm like, this boy is just, how old is he? He's like 16, and then he's abusing drugs. The drugs are like, they are just, they can just destroy his life at that moment. But people see it and they neglect it. So please, like she said, I'm pleading with everybody out there that can be responsible in one way or the other. Let's cop this. We can cop it. We talked about the statistics of drug abuse. If you can remember, or you can just go back to the video, you can see the high rate of drug abuse in Nigeria. We can work towards curbing it. So please, let's try and make something out of the life of these children. They are our future. They are the future of this nation. They are your future, even as parents. They are the future of the community. They are the ones that will take our heritage to the next level. So don't let's just neglect them because we feel okay at this moment they are just being in their teenage, they are doing teenage thing. No, I hope we don't really sit back and regret a lot of things. So please, everybody out there that can help in one way or the other, that can work towards curbing this addiction, especially among teenagers and youth, please, I'm begging you. And if you know, even as a parent, you have to be responsible and then cut off your own addiction. Some teenagers, they get addicted because their parents are also addicted. So please, I'm begging the government, the religious body, everyone out there that can contribute to like the success of curbing this in one way or the other. Let's join hands together. We can't just see these teenagers, we can't see their life going down the drain and we keep quiet about it. So please, let's do something to like help them. Their life means much more to me, and I believe it means much more to you as well. So please, let's just try and do something. So I'm really passionate about this. I don't know why I'm expressing myself this way, but I feel like that is how it is boiling within me. So please, let's try and do something about it. So I'll be bringing this video to an end right now, and in a little bit time, I just want to appreciate Ayafel Noah that spoke. Like, I'm amazed. This is what I really want to see in our teenager. She's just 13, and some of the things she said like is amazing. I can just say she's a lovely girl that has really touched my heart tonight. Like, she said some things that even those that are 16, 19 cannot say, and I'm really grateful for who she has turned out to be, and I know that she will continue to grow in the wisdom and the knowledge of God. So please, like this video, share, and if you've not subscribed, just do it right now. Click on the subscribe button. And thank you for watching this video to the very end. And we are bringing this addiction section or episode to a close with this. So I believe that videos from the first to the second and now have been helpful, and I want you to really share this video. Let it reach so many people that you know really needs this. Thank you for your time. Thank you for always being here. Thank you for liking, sharing, and all for your subscribe. So I really appreciate it. See you next time. Bye.